Welcome to another broadcast here on RioSportsLive.com. I'm Joe Bowling with you, coming to you from Rio Hondo, Texas, on a Friday night as we are set for the final games before playoff action in the state of Texas. And this one features a couple of teams that are playoff bound. The five-time district champ Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats taking on the Port Isabel Lady Tarpons. We know where they're going in some cases. We know who they're playing in some cases. We've got the playoff matchup. And joining me for the pregame show, Mr. Kevin Narrow from the Valley Morning Star, who has most of the answers when it comes to who's playing who and where in the playoffs. Kevin, thanks for joining us here for the broadcast.
Hey, Joe, thanks for having me. It's a beautiful evening here in Rio Hondo, the regular season finale, and it's parents' night, senior night, so it's a big night for both these teams. Although both these teams know where they're playing, they know their seeding. So this game really just a tune-up game for next week's playoff.
So let's talk about this Rio Hondo softball team. Kevin, they made a run last year and 5 times district champs, consecutive seasons. Obviously, we talk about powerhouses in the region. Well, they're amongst them right now.
They've absolutely built that. Head coach Brett Esparza has done a great job. Last year I covered that team when they went all the way to the region final. They lost 5 seniors last year. They were replaced by 5 more seniors this year. But the gist of this team has come from the underclassmen. And at the beginning of the year, talking to Coach Brett Esparza, he said, we know what the seniors can provide, but it's a matter of moving the pieces and putting them together and finding a way for them to gel. This team is loaded with underclassmen, a couple of freshmen, a couple of sophomore. Abby Torres, a.k.a. the A-Train, who's a freshman, who is hitting the lights out of the ball, batting over 400. Kelsey Pizarro is a freshman pitcher. Her brother, Eric, is a senior this year at Rio Hondo, household name. She's teamed up with Domo de Jesus, who's also a freshman. Those two, 1-2 punch, along with Annie Alvarado in the circle, who's a senior this year. This team's built for another long playoff run. They have all the pieces in play. The kids grew up before our eyes. You know, at the beginning of the year, we saw the growing pains. They lose on a walk-off against Edinburgh North. They blow a lead against Los Fresnos in the La Jolla tournament. I've seen them when they were at the bottom, and all Coach kept telling me was these are growing pains, and then they became growing gains. And then they steamrolled through District 13-0 ho-hum.
And they're taking on a Port Isabel team that knows that, well, they're going to be taking on Orange Grove or Rockport. And in this case, they're going to take on the loser of that game, as that's going on tonight. But for Rio Hondo, they know that Thursday night they'll be in Robstown at 7:30 for Game 1 of a best-of-3 series. And, Kevin, it may be the last time we see Rio Hondo in the best-of-3 series if they make another run through the playoffs.
Right, because, you know, you take the page out of Coach Ellie Martinez's playbook and you want to go a one-game series. That's what Rio Hondo did last year for the first 2 rounds. They went one game, and then they found themselves in a series against Orange Grove, Wimberley, and then, of course, Bevo Jones in the regional final. But Rio Hondo is shaped. They're built for a series. They have 3 pitchers, so I'm not too concerned about that. And another thing about these seniors is one thing that I talked to you about was so impressive is that at the beginning of the season, Coach Esparza gave each senior a baby, a freshman, and said, you are assigned this freshman, take care of them from their stirrups to their visor to their jersey. Make sure they understand what this program is about, how we do things here. And again, they've all grown up before our eyes. They have enough veteran leadership. One of the better players in Bianca Cruz, who's had an injury at the beginning of the year. She's normally the center fielder. She's been taking on the designated player role. She's going D1. The Twins are also going to be playing college ball next year. But they're built for a series. I'm not too worried about that. Last year they were built for a series. This year they're built for a series. So again, they're primed for a good playoff run.
And of course, they're recognizing one of the younger teams out here on a senior night. So it's the program that builds a program, and as you see, some of the players out there on the field being recognized to the fans at home. We've got the other playoff matchups, so let's take a look at some other things going on. We know where Port Isabel's playing. They're either taking on Orange Grove. That would be at Texas A&M University Kingsville on Friday in a one-game series if Orange Grove were to lose tonight. Now, that's not expected. Rockport is expected, well, Orange Grove is expected to lose that game. If Orange Grove wins and Rockport loses, well, then it's a flip. They haven't decided when they're going to play, but Coach is going to try to go for a one-game series there as well when talking to the Port Isabel coach, and he would elect to go on the premise that I'm going to put my best pitcher, my best players in a one-game series, and away we go. So it's either going to be Orange Grove or Rockport for Port Isabel. We know it's going to be Robstown for Rio Hondo in a Thursday, Friday, if necessary, Saturday matchup. And fans, to keep track of it, we'll be watching the website as we post this, but it'll be at Robstown on 7:30 on Thursday, here at Rio Hondo at 7:30 on Friday, and then if necessary at Raymondville at 5 o'clock. Rio Hondo taking on Robstown in the deciding of the best-of-3 series. Let's take a look at some of the other playoff matchups that we know about, Kevin. Let's start staying small school, moving ourselves up. Mercedes, Rio Grande City, we know what that's all about, and we know where they're playing.
Yep.
Mercedes is going to take the lead in that. That's a Friday-Saturday series, but there's some things that they're having to deal with at Mercedes as far as it's that time of year. And we'll be right back. And again, national anthem in the book, so we'll continue on here the pregame at Rio Hondo, Texas on a Friday night. Mercedes, Rio Grande City, and Kevin, real quick before you have to get going, and you're actually working tonight.
Yes.
So let's talk about the Mercedes team. They had to juggle the schedule because of the fact that they had some players that may not have been able to play. They're going to play on a Friday, and then if necessary, a Saturday doubleheader in a best-of-3 against Rio Grande City.
Right, they had a couple kids qualify for the regional track meet, throw in the old curveball at that time of year for prom Saturday evening, but Mercedes will be just fine.
We're going to let you get back to work, my friend. Thanks for joining us on the pregame show. I'll break down the rest of the playoffs. That's Kevin Narro, the Valley Morning Star. Get a chance to pick up the paper or go online and read his story about all the action that transpires here in this game. Rio Hondo takes on Port Isabel. Back with the first pitch after this.
Chewy's Custom Sports. For all your silk screening, embroidery, vinyl car wraps, magnetic signs, memory shirts, copies and faxes, and much more. Call us or come visit San Benito's original t-shirt shop at 1975 West Business 77, San Benito.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with the taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop Downtown Harlingen today. Back here, Rio Hondo, Texas, and we are set to go with the first pitch of this ball game as the Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats, the five-time district champion, taking on the Port Isabel Lady Tarpons. Again, it's a tune-up game, if you will, getting ready for the playoffs. I talked to the coaches involved. We're going to see the starters. We're going to see the seniors play out, especially on the Rio Hondo side, and then we'll start seeing some of the other younger players get a feeling for varsity softball in a competitive game against a playoff team, in this case, as Port Isabel is rolling into the playoffs. They know they're in. They just got to wait and see who they're going to play. So Rio Hondo already in the field on the mound today to start the game is Kelsey Pizarro. And as Kelsey finishes her warm-up, she'll face a lineup that looks like this for the Lady Tarpons. Charisma Valdez will lead it off, followed by Vivian Cantu. Cantu plays at shortstop today and starts. Allison Gonzalez is in left field. She'll hit third. Gabby Murchison, the third baseman, hits in the cleanup spot. Crystal Valdez on the mound tonight for the Port Isabel Lady Tarpons. Sky Young is the DP. The first baseman is Natanya Ramirez. Olivia Solis is in center field. Marisa Martinez hits ninth and plays in right field. And the shortstop today is Elizabeth Rodriguez for the Lady Tarpons. Thanks for joining us again here on RioSportsLive.com as we bring you high school softball action. Also wanted to pass along, we already know that Port Isabel was the first team that we received enough sponsorship commitments to commit to covering them in the playoff run. Well, I got word as we were getting set up today that also that is the case for Lyford and for this Rio Hondo team, as we have now got sponsorship commitments to take them through the playoffs. Now, we're still working on some things with some of the Harlingen South and the San Benitos and the Brownsville Veterans and some of the other schools. But like I said, I've been saying it all along. We've got a limited number of systems, and we are looking for the commitments to cover these teams. So we'll keep you posted on the website as far as which games we'll be able to cover here on RioSportsLive.com. Valdez leading it off. We're just underway here in the first inning. First one out of the strike zone. Next one evens the count at 1-1. On the leadoff hitter, Valdez. Valdez followed by Cantu and Gonzalez. Anybody gets on Murchison. Next one coming in. At hitter. That's the way this game gets started. Valdez on with a hit batsman. And it brings in Viviana Cantu. Cantu stands in from the right-hand side for the Lady Tarpons. First pitch coming. Took it high, ball one. 1-0 on Cantu. Down at first base is Valdez. Next one coming. Swing and a miss. Evens the count at 1-1. Port Isabel will take on Orange Grove or Rockport in the playoffs in the first round next week. There's a swing and a ground ball. Softly to third. That's a fair ball. Throw to second is wide. Down to first is Cantu. At second base is Valdez. That caromed off her shoulder. She says she's okay, and the first two aboard. Here for the Lady Tarpons of Port Isabel. Brings in Allison Gonzalez. Also want to pass out the word, my friends. I'm going to start pushing it more and more on the social media side. I need play-by-play guys and camera operators in a hurry to start signing up. I need, and get ready for this number, as many as 30 by the time we get to August 31st, which is week one of high school football. We'll tell you a little more about that as we go along. There's a strike called. 2 quick strikes on Allison Gonzalez, playing left field today for the Lady Tarpons. 2 aboard, nobody out here in the first inning. Next pitch coming in, Gonzalez swings and fouls it back. Stays alive at the plate, 0-2 remains the count. If you look on our website, which I encourage you to do that, we're gonna start moving more and more towards having a pregame show on the social media and then moving full-blown to the website. As that one hits Gonzalez. 2-hit batsman here in the first inning. Bases loaded now for the Lady Tarpons here in the first inning, and here comes Gabby Murchison. So on the mound, Kelsey Pizarro is going to have to buckle down. Murchison stands in. Bases full, nobody out in the first inning. That's low for ball one. If you take a look at our website, our schedule already of upcoming games, you'll start to notice that now we've got the full schedule of the Brownsville 7-on-7 Football League. That's inside to Murchison. Snap throw to third, safe there. That was a close call down there. Valdez almost picked off. Behind the plate today, Abby Alvarado for the Rio Hondo Lady Cats. Next one coming from Pizarro. That's in there for a strike. 2-1 on the cleanup hitter for Port Isabel here in the first inning. Just got started. They had a competitive JV game. And then senior night here at Rio Hondo. Swing and a miss. Count evens now at 2-2 on Murchison. Those Brownsville 7-on-7 leagues is the first football action coming your way at that level. And they'll start May 2nd, which is just around the corner. There's a swing and a miss. Murchison down on strikes. First out of the inning. First strikeout of the game for Kelsey Pizarro, and it brings in Crystal Valdez. Valdez, the starting pitcher today for Port Isabel. Could help her cause here in the first inning. Takes a strike. Also found out today that the Mission 7-on-7 League begins in early June. That'll be on Monday nights. Tuesday nights is the McAllen 7-on-7 League. There's another strike. Quickly 0-2 on Valdez. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays is the Harlingen 7-on-7 League. And then, of course, on Saturdays, we've got the IWFA in football action. The ball sails high on a wasted pitch to Crystal Valdez. So football fans wanting to catch some of the early looks at some of the players that'll be occupying the Friday night lights. Follow them through our coverage of 7-on-7 action, beginning again with the Brownsville games on May 2nd. That means we'll be having football on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Take a day off on Friday, and then the IWFA on Saturdays, and that'll take us all the way into mid-July. Swing and a miss, another strikeout. And now suddenly Pizarro can get out of this inning, despite the fact the bases were loaded with nobody out. Sky Young steps in. Right-handed hitting. DH today, first pitch coming. That's a swing and a miss, a late swing, strike one. Now also in the mix for coverage coming up, and fans asked me before, what are you going to cover once high school comes to an end? That's just a little high for a ball, 1-1. Special Olympics teams. We're teaming up with the assistance of Valley TV to cover some special stuff going on in the Brownsville area. That one's out of play for a quick strike. 1-2 now on Young. And Pizarro has a chance to get out of this inning. One strike away. So with the coverage of those teams, the next one comes in. Swing and a miss, a strikeout, and how about that? In the inning for Port Isabel. No runs, no hits, no errors, but 3 left. Bases were loaded, nobody out. Couldn't get a run across. Rio Hondo will come to the plate, a team that's hitting nearly 400 as a team, about 700 for the starters. We'll go to work after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Chewy's Custom Sports. For all your silk screening, embroidery, vinyl car wraps, magnetic signs, memory shirts, copies and faxes, and much more, call us or come visit San Benito's original t-shirt shop at 1975 West Business 77, San Benito. Worried about going to the dentist? Don't worry. It doesn't have to be that way. We know just how you feel. Sure, it can feel a little scary. Still no? Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are here for you. Make an appointment online Monday through Friday and open late Tuesday and Thursday till 8 p.m. From chipped or missing teeth to discoloration, we offer the latest techniques to correct all your cosmetic problems. We've been treating our patients like family for over 30 years.
Yeah, why? Why, babe? Why? Why? Yeah, I'm watching right here. There's a strike called. Making it 3-1 on Garcia leading it off. Valdez on the mound brings the next one home. Swinging a shot. That's a deep shot into left center field, and it's caught. Patrolling left field, Allison Gonzalez. Garcia hit it hard. Good placement of the outfield as Gonzalez was right on the spot. First out of the inning brings in Bianca Cruz. Cruz is number 2 hitter today for Rio Hondo, who again are going to play most of their seniors throughout this game. There's a strike called to Cruz. Share the link, follow the link if you're watching on social media. But again, we're about to make the switch where we're going to have it on Facebook Live to start, but the Facebook Live is going to become our promotion on where we're at. That's a mile high on the infield. And the catch is made for the second out of the inning. Bianca Cruz pops out. 2 up, 2 down here for Rio Hondo. My wife tried to follow that ball. Again, Dahlia at the helm of the camera. I am looking for camera operators. A bunch of them. Camera operators and announcers. Reach out to me if you will on social media. Ball is low. To Annie Alvarado. Alvarado, the shortstop today for Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats. We're in the bottom of the first inning. Port Isabel in town taking on Rio Hondo. That's fouled out of play. Abby Torres on deck. Alvarado will have to get on here in the first inning if she'll get the hit. Playoffs next week. Next pitch coming. Swinging a little foul ball right over here, and that's just off the fence. My wife's watching where that one's going. Our thanks to the Rio Hondo School District for assisting us with a great vantage point to broadcast this game. Pitch coming. That's a foul ball. Off the bat of Alvarado. 1-2 now the count. here in this first inning. For Port Isabel, it'll be the number 7 hitter leading off the second, and that's what's going to happen. This game heads to the second inning. That was a strike on a bunt attempt. That ends the inning. We'll be back after this. This is RealSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles time with a soundtrack after another. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
A&B's Cafe is just the right spot for your lunchtime or early morning cravings, as they have a terrific menu and environment that make you feel right at home. Be sure to check out the soups and sandwiches of the day. You have to try one of the specialty coffee or cappuccinos with an assortment of flavors that's sure to meet your heart's desire. J&B Cafe also offers small catering jobs and private parties. Open daily, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. in downtown Harlingen at 204 East Jackson Street. Call ahead at 956-425-5282 or stop by. It's J&B Cafe when shopping downtown Harlingen.
Thanks again to J&B Cafe, to Forever Memories, to Frank's Records, to all the gang down in downtown Harlingen, as they're assisting us on a Shop Downtown Harlingen push throughout this year, my friends. Signed up for full-blown sponsorship to assist us in broadcasting. Rio Hondo here tonight. Port Isabel in town. Tanya Ramirez steps in, hits that one, and in left field. That's a hit. First hit of the ball game, a leadoff single for the Lady Tarpons of Port Isabel. And again, they had the first 3 reach base in the first inning. Couldn't produce a run. Olivia Solis steps in. Solis, the center fielder tonight for the Lady Tarpons. First pitch coming, in there for a strike. Pizarro, 3 strikeouts in the game already. She struck out the side after the first 3 had reached. 0-1 on Solis with Ramirez down at first. Next one coming. Swing and a miss. High pitch, 2 strikes quickly on Solis. Marisa Martinez on deck. 1 on, nobody out here in the second inning for Port Isabel. Next one, a little low for a ball. 1-2. Marisa Martinez on deck, and then it's back to the top of the order for the Lady Tarpons. Our thanks again to Mr. Kevin Naro for assisting us on the pregame show. There's a foul ball out of play. Keeps the count 1-2 on Solis. Other playoff action next week, we already know Edinburgh Vela will be taking on Westico. That's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday at Westico, Friday at Edinburgh Vela, Saturday also at Vela. Next one coming, there's a pop-up, that's a fair ball. Pizarro there, drops it, and now that's a fair ball. They got to play it second. And then they'll call it a foul ball, says the umpire. That was close. Solis gets another chance. So Vela Westico is a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Harlingen South, PSJA Memorial, also a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Thursday, the first game at Harlingen South. There's a swing and a miss. Solis down on strikes. 4th strikeout of the game for Pizarro, first out of the inning. Brings in Marisa Martinez. Martinez plays right field. First one, strike call. Pizarro now in a rhythm. She had missed early on, hit a couple of batters in that first inning. Allowed the leadoff single to Ramirez. It has been firing strike after strike As another one's inside corner for strike 2. Charisma Valdez on deck. Your leadoff hitter hitting in the first and second inning generally means you get a run across for Port Isabel. Not the case yet. Swing and a miss. Quickly down on strikes is Martinez. And it brings in Valdez. Valdez was hit by a pitcher first time up. Wind is blowing, but it's blowing in tonight here at Rio Hondo. Low for ball 1. Wind isn't blowing near as bad as it was the other night at Harlingen South. That was blowing dead set out. There's a foul ball out of play. Talking about our 7-on-7 football coverage, this Rio Hondo team is going to be playing in the Harlingen League. Excited to see a lot of these teams. Again, in some cases, you don't get to see the full-blown players because there's no linemen obviously involved. Ball 2 misses. 2-1 on Valdez. But in a lot of cases, teams are replacing quarterbacks. Case in point, Rio Hondo. There's a pop-up into center field. Easy pickings. Inning comes to an end for the Lady Tarpons. In the inning, the second here. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We head to the bottom of the second. Rio Hondo, Port Isabel, we're scoreless. This is RioSportsLive.com.
I opened Alex Ron with the intention to give people in Brownsville and those who visit us a very unique experience in the area of retail. We saw the need to give people a personal experience that only a boutique could provide. Here in Alex & Raw, what we work for is searching for different pieces, textures we bring from India, from Mexico, trying to make this a different experience. The people to find treasures here in their own valley. It's a pleasure to welcome everybody and making them a part of our family. We invite you to discover Brownsville. You can't miss it.
Looking for a special style and a perfect outfit for any day, any place? Then walk through the doors at Quell Boutique and see a variety that takes you back in time right into the best of today. 112 East Jackson Street is home to a unique store loaded with an assortment of just about anything you can imagine. Clothes, accessories, and service with a smile. Quell Boutique and shop downtown Harlingen.
Back here in Rio Hondo, Joe Bowling with you as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Rio Hondo Lady Cats taking on the Port Isabel Lady Tarpons in the final game of the regular season. Seems like just yesterday we were in Mission covering the opening season tournament. And here we are, final game of the regular season. Ball 1 misses. Here in the bottom of the second, Abby Torres, Dominique De Jesus, Abby Alvarado for Rio Hondo. Anybody gets on, Kelsey Pizarro will hit. Back on the mound, Crystal Valdez. First pitch was a ball. Second one misses. Ball 2. Torres waits for the next one. Foul ball out of play. 2-1. Sun's gone down, and my wife is glad we brought our jackets. So am I. I'm going to put it on here in just a minute. Abby Torres at the plate. Waits for the next one, and here it is. Another pop-up foul ball. That's going to get in the stands. Count evens now at 2-2. Lady Bobcats were retired in order in the first. The other playoff matchup is Edinburgh North and San Benito. We don't have the schedule of their games just yet, but watch the website. We'll have that on there soon. And then the other one is a mystery. We know it's Edinburgh High as the 1 seed coming out of that district. There's a foul ball out of play. Keeps the count at 2-2. Edinburgh High will be taking on one of 4 teams who are still capable of capturing that number 4 spot in District 32 6A. Talk about that after this next pitch. Liner back to the pitcher, off the glove, and then it's thrown away. Down to first base is Torres. And that's the way the second starts for Rio Hondo. Starting action tonight, Westaco East was taking on Brownsville Hannah. If East wins that game, then it's easy to figure out the 4 spot because they would get it. If East loses, then Hannah pulls into a tie with Westaco East. Harlingen tonight is playing San Benito. Harlingen, if they fall in that game, there's a slap shot into right field. That's going to drop for a hit, but then a throw to second base forces there out. Fielder's choice is the Jesus reaches. One down. Brings in Abby Alvarado. So if Harlingen loses to San Benito tonight, and Los Fresnos loses to Harlingen South tonight, then Los Fresnos, Harlingen, Westaco East, and Hannah all capable of being tied for the 4th spot. Nothing doing on the throw to first. We're watching to see how that plays out. Now, if it's a 4-way tie in District 32 6A, there's a swing and a miss. Then they'll go head-to-head matchup, odd man out. And then they'll end up with the final 2 teams playing in a play-in game. At least that's the way it appears right now on paper. Westaco East could change all that, make it real easy. All they have to do is win tonight. There's a throw to second, safe there. If East loses and Harlingen wins or Los Fresnos wins, then they too are in. One and two the count. On Alvarado. Hits that one to first, out there. 2 down. And it brings in Kelsey Pizarro. Fans asking, what about the Los Fresnos baseball team? Well, we're trying to cover every team that we can. Again, sponsorship is driving our ship. We traveled and did 270 plus games on the basketball side in a build it first and then look to fund it. So we are active in that department. And I can assure you, fans, you'll be blown away with the amount of games that are on tap for next year. There's a foul ball out of way. That's why I was saying up front, I need play-by-play guys and girls, and I need camera operators in a big way, as Rio Sports Live is about to take a quantum leap forward in the coverage here in this region. 1-1 the count on Kelsey Pizarro. That one just misses for ball 2. 2-1 on Pizarro. Runner at second base, 2 outs. And the Port Isabel third. It'll be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up. Pizarro waits. Swinging a high pop up. Shortstop there. Comes off her glove. A run scores. Pizarro reaches. 1-0 Rio Hondo. That should have ended the inning. April Adame will check in. Adonis, first baseman today for the Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats. First one coming. Low, ball 1. Again, watch the website, watch the social media. I'll post some information on what's going to happen with especially District 32-6A. And the other one, we're watching what's happening in the McAllen schools. There's a shot into left field. That's a hit. Off the left fielder. Runner stops at second. Ball gets away for a bit, but runners stay put. First and second on the single by Adonis. And it brings in Orozco. Two on, 2 out here for Rio Hondo in this second inning. Anthony Orozco. Now, Orozco is the number 9 hitter in the lineup for Rio Hondo. We talked about this the first time these two teams played. That you do not want to put runners on base down at the bottom part of this lineup. It's a potent lineup to say the least. But the top part of it can produce runs in a big way. Time is called. Now we'll have a courtesy runner check in for the pitcher. Kelsey Pizarro will head to the bench, and here comes Emma Serna in to run for Rio Hondo. Orozco at the plate. 0-1 the count. 2 on, 2 out here in the second inning for Rio Hondo. Next one coming. High for a ball. 1-1. Orozco waits for the next one. In there for a strike. 1-2 now on Orozco. Valdez has struck out 1 in the game. That was back in the first when she breezed through the first 3 in an easy inning. Here, a couple of hits in the air. And there's a strikeout to end the inning. Orozco down on strikes for Rio Hondo. They'll score 1 run on the 2 hits. They'll strand 2. We've played 2. Rio Hondo leads this one 1-0. Back after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Frank's Collection Record Shop has a collection of vinyl records that rivals anyone, anywhere. Located in the back of the Antique Emporium on 123rd East Jackson Street, Frank's Record Shop has been delivering the best sounds from any age or style throughout the years. Records, coins, and more. It's Frank's Record Shop when you shop downtown Harlingen. There's nothing more personal than a homemade quilt, and at GOB Quilts on 102 South 3rd Street in Harlingen, they have everything for a quilter's dreams. Fabrics, tools, threads, and everything else needed for the smallest quilts to the most elaborate imagined. GOB Quilts is a unique source, and it's well worth a stop as you shop downtown Harlingen.
Back here to the third inning we go, and leading it off is Viviana Cantu, and she hits it pass first, off of second, picked up, play it first, out there. Cantu tried for the infield hit. She's retired, one pitch, one out. For the Lady Tarpons of Port Isabel. Brings in Allison Gonzalez. Gonzalez hit by a pitcher first time up. That was back in the first inning. Just joining us, Port Isabel missed an opportunity there. Had the bases loaded, nobody out. Ball one misses. To Gonzalez. Murchison on deck. Next one coming to Gonzalez. Check swing, held up, took a ball. 2-0. Saw that commercial there for Frank's Record Shop. Today was National Record Shop Day. There's a hard hit ball to second. Knocked down, picked up, throw to first. Again, another out. Sticking with it, Dominique DeJesus down at second base. Two quick outs here in the inning for Port Isabel, and it bring in Gabby Murchison. Our good friends at Channel 4 this morning were on hand with Dahlia and I at Forever Memories for National Record Store Day. First pitch to Murchison. Late swing and a miss, strike one. Murchison, a strikeout victim her first time up. As Kelsey Pizarro has struck out 5 in the game through the first 2 innings. Next one. Foul ball. Murchison ahead on that one. And now quickly an 0-2 count. Rio Hondo in the third will have the leadoff hitter due up. Murchison waits for the next one. Stays alive with a foul ball. Coverage of high school softball here tonight. Taking a look at what's out there on the horizon for tomorrow. Weather is the first thing I'm looking at. Next one to Murchison. Inside for a ball. 1-2. We were looking at going to one more jamboree this weekend for the IWFA. There's a hard hit ball into left field off the bat of Murchison. That's a hit. Second hit of the game for the Port Isabel Lady Tarpons. A 2-out single for Gabby Murchison. And that came one at bat too late for the Lady Tarpons in this case. Had that been delivered in the first, it would probably pushed a couple of runs home. Valdez steps in. First pitch coming. Little looper out behind third. That's a foul ball. Oh, and 1 to Valdez. Sky Young on deck for Port Isabel's Lady Tarpons. Crowd filed in. A good crowd here tonight on senior night for Rio Hondo. Next one coming to Valdez. High and away. Evens the count at 1-1. One ball, one strike, 1 on, 2 outs. Third inning action at Rio Hondo. Next one coming, Valdez takes it low. 2-1. Next one to Valdez. Outside, throw to first, safe there. And now Valdez has worked the count in her favor, 3-1. Pizarro hasn't walked anyone today. She's hit a couple of batters. That was back in the first. Valdez hits it hard into right field. That's going to be off the right fielder. Here comes a run, trying to score. Play at the plate coming up, and out at the plate on a great job by the catcher. Blocking home plate. Now both coaches are going to come out to talk things over. Now they'll call her safe at home. See what the umpire ends up calling here. Both coaches down there talking it over. Safe, and we're tied. Right now, Port Isabel fully expecting this to be safe at the plate. The umpire was holding his mask with one hand and just extended his right arm. So safe at home, tie game, 1 apiece. And it brings in Sky Young. 1-1 game as the Lady Tarpons have tied it up. Each team committing an error now in this game. Young swings and misses, strike 1.
At bat number 18, Sky Young.
Sky Young, a strikeout victim, her first time up, 0 for 1 on the day. Batting here in the third. Up and away, ball 1. 1-1. Both teams already in the playoffs, and both teams securing where they're at in the standings. Ground ball past the pitcher. Quick throw to first, out there. Strong arm displayed that time by Annie Alvarado, ends the inning. For Port Isabel, they'll score a run. They'll do so on a hit, take advantage of an error. We've played 2.5, heading to the bottom of the third. 1-1. Back after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Looking for a great place for a meal to start your day or a lunch plate that will be made just for you? Then stop by 210 West Jackson Street in Harlingen and enjoy El Sombrero Restaurant. Great food prepared 7 days a week and delivered with a smile. El Sombrero brings the taste of authentic food in an atmosphere that is sure to bring you back for more. El Sombrero Restaurant, 210 West Jackson Street, is a must-stop when you shop downtown Harlingen.
Flowers by Jessie on 208 East Jackson in Harlingen has fresh flowers daily and can range for you for any occasion. Recitals, quinceañeras, bridal showers, sympathy, and fresh flower arrangements. Let Flowers by Jessie handle those special needs or day. Call 956-425-2100. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 12. Brighten someone's day with Flowers by Jessie, downtown Harlingen, Texas.
Southern Beauty Spa and Salon is a perfect stop when looking for a full-service salon. Located in downtown Harlingen at 207 West Jackson Street, Southern Beauty offers full body waxing, spray tans, makeup, massage, and more. Specializing in hair care and offering haircuts, highlights as well. Need nails done? Southern Beauty Spa and Salon is ready for manicures, pedicures, shellac, and solar. A Brazilian blowout certified salon is Southern Beauty Spa and Salon, downtown Harlingen, Texas.
Back here in Rio Hondo and the Port Isabel Lady Tarpons. Now back in the field and back on the mound goes Crystal Valdez. We're all tied up as we head to the bottom of this third inning. Rio Hondo scored a run in the second inning. Port Isabel responded with one in the top of the third, and here we go. Leading it off, Naomi Garcia takes a strike call. Garcia flied out to left field her first time up, hit the ball hard. Garcia followed by Cruz and Alvarado. Next one coming. Low for a ball, 1-1. Fans, we appreciate you again watching this here on RealSportsLive.com. On the social media, if you're getting a chance to watch it on Facebook, be sure you share the link, if you will, to other fans out there. It's amazing when we watch the shares go up, just how far the reach is on where viewers are watching these games from. 2-1, the count. Now ball 3. Garcia, Cruz, Alvarado for Rio Hondo here in the third. And then after this time through the lineup, we may see some changes for Rio Hondo. There's a walk. Leadoff walk to Garcia. Brings in Bianca Cruz. Cruz hit it to the third her first time up. She's 0 for 1. She'll bat here with a runner at first. Nobody out. Turns the bunt. Takes the ball outside. 1-0. Top of this lineup is lights out good. There's a good bunt down the first base line. Better hurry. Down to first. Safe there. Cruz beats that out. That's a single. Down to second base goes Garcia. First two have reached here for Rio Hondo in the third, and it brings in Annie Alvarado. Good going, sir. Reliable Electric in the house watching the game, my friends. 2-2 here. Just made it. They're assisting us in bringing this broadcast. So is Cantu Taxi Cabs and the body shop over there at Cantu as well. And you'll be seeing more and more of them as they have assisted us in constructing the right sponsorship to cover us through the playoffs, as long as the Lady Tarpons are there. Almagar asked why we didn't cover San Benito and Harlingen tonight. Okay, got an answer for you on that. There's a pitch a little high. 1-2. I had a couple of announcers that talked to me. We're looking for them to make it, and a camera operator. And then family situations came up. They weren't able to make the connection. So again, as I'm trying to put systems 2 and 3 in place, I need some dedicated individuals capable of making it to broadcast. They're going to have to come to at least one with me to understand the system. So therefore, the Battle of the Arroyo on the softball side. Couldn't make it. There's the ball high. Count goes full to Annie Alvarado. Yours truly had committed to the Port Isabel. There's a strike called. Alvarado caught looking, first out of the inning. And it brings in Abby Torres. Torres 1 for 1 on the day. Had a single back in the second inning, leading it off. She'll hit here with 2 aboard and 1 out in the third. First one coming. There's a shot into left field. That is a hit. Gets past the left fielder. Down the left field line. Couple runs going to score. Here comes Cruz. She'll score. Now a play at third base. Throw down there and safe at third. Torres delivers with a 2 RBI single. Her second hit of the game. Ends up at third base. It's a 3-1 game. Abby Torres. Conference on the mound by Port Isabel. They'll talk it over. It's Rio Hondo team, again, on their way to the playoffs. Try to keep you posted on what's going on with that Harlingen and San Benito game. Because, again, if Harlingen can win that and Westico were to lose, well, then Harlingen may be in the playoffs without a play-in game. It's Harlingen, Los Fresnos, Westico East, and Hannah, all with a shot still at capturing that fourth playoff spot, or being involved in that fourth playoff spot in District 32-6A. De Jesus stands in. Dominique reached on a fielder's choice her first time. Hits this one on the ground. Foul, the third. One strike on De Jesus. I had Tutu's card taped here, so too Cantu. Reliable Electric Company assisting us in this broadcast, located on South Shore Drive in Port Isabel, 501 South Shore. Swing and a foul ball, there's a strike. 2 strikes on De Jesus. Como De Jesus. Swing and a miss. De Jesus retired on strikes. 2 down. Brings in Abby Alvarado. It's now the 4th strikeout of the game for Crystal Valdez on the mound for Port Isabel. Swing and a foul ball. A good swing into approach by Abby Alvarado. On deck, Kelsey Pizarro. Wow. Yours truly will be happy tomorrow afternoon when I get my glasses back. I didn't realize just how blind I was without them. Here's the pitch coming. Swing and a high fly ball into left field. Should end the inning, and it does. In the inning for Rio Hondo, they'll score a couple of runs. They'll do so on 3 hits. The big one, the 2 RBI single by Abby Torres. After 3 full innings of play at Rio Hondo, Lady Bobcats lead this one 3-1. Back after this on RioSportsLive.com.
For the hottest deals, go to Mi Casa Furniture.
Save at Mi Casa Furniture. 7533 Boca Chica, Brownsville.
Downtown Harlingen has a wide assortment of shops that cater to a collector's dreams. Add Grasshopper for a must-see when you're strolling down Jackson Street. At 221 East Jackson, Grasshopper has a little bit of everything from vintage antiques to specialty collectibles. Displayed with the hands of experience in the business for years. Take the time to enjoy what this store has to offer. Grasshopper, 221 East Jackson Street, as you shop downtown Harlingen.
When you're in Port Isabel, Texas, and you need a taxi cab, call 943-2222. That's Cantu Taxi, city taxi cabs, 943-2222, and they'll take care of you. We are in Rio Hondo tonight, and there's the Lady Bobcats on the center of the diamond. Kelsey Pizarro back to the mound, and now she's been given a 2-run lead to work with. As we head to the 4th inning, Port Isabel will hit Natanya Ramirez to lead it off. Takes ball 1. Ramirez followed by Olivia Solis and then Marisa Martinez. Pitch coming in, swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. Ramirez 1 for 1 on the day. She singled to lead off the 2nd inning. Bats here in the 4th. Lady Tarpons trail 1-0. They tied it at 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Pizarro, 5 strikeouts in the game on the mound. For the Lady Bobcats. Next one coming. That's a foul ball, and that is out of reach. Count remains 1-2 on Ramirez. One and two on Ramirez. Next one. High and away, ball 2. Pizarro started this game off by working out of a bases-loaded jam. There's a foul ball, a good swing by Natanya Ramirez. Ramirez steps back in. Leading off the 4th of the Lady Tarpons of Port Isabel, who are playoff bound. Taking on the Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats, who for the 5th year in a row are district champs. There's a ground ball. That's hard hit right at the money. First baseman makes the play. April Adonis down there. 1 down. Brings in Abby Alvarado. Alvarado, strikeout victim her first time up. Bats here in the 4th. Ball low. Olivia Solis at the plate. I was looking at Abby Alvarado, who's leading off next inning. There's a swing and a miss. Solis in the hole, 0-2. My wife corrected me on that one. Thank you very much. Solis at the plate, waits for the next one. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes on Solis, 1-2. She's going to have to ratchet it up a bit to catch up with these. She was behind on those swings. Next one coming. Swing and a miss. Another strikeout. 6 strikeouts in the game for Alvarado. 2 outs here in the Port Isabel 4th. Brings in Marisa Martinez. Martinez, number 9 hitter in the lineup for Port Isabel. And she'll try to get something started here in the 4th with 2 down. Takes it high for ball 1. Now I'll look down at the Rio Hondo side of the lineup and tell you that Abby Alvarado will lead it off. Scheduled to in the 4th. Martinez waits. Next one. Swing and a miss. 1-1 the count. That's low. 2-1. 3 runs on 5 hits for Rio Hondo. 1 run, 2 hits for Port Isabel. Next one coming to Martinez from Pizarro. Ends the inning. Oh, 2 strikes, sorry. 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. Martinez still alive. Next one. It's a foul ball. Keeps the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, 2 outs, 4th inning for Port Isabel. On the road at Rio Hondo. Next one. Ends the inning. 2 strikeouts in the inning, 7 strikeouts in the game. Lady Tarpon's retired in order. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We head to the bottom of the 4th in this one. Rio Hondo leads it 3-1. Back after this on RioSportsLive.com.
If you just graduated high school, are looking to change careers, or to upgrade your job skills, Texas Southmost College is the place to start. With over 50 certificates and associate degrees to choose from, TSC has the career for you. At TSC, you get a quality education that's close to home. Earn a certificate or an associate degree and get the education you need for today and tomorrow's job market.
Wouldn't you like to be in demand?
Register now at Texas Southmost College in Brownsville.
Bottom of the 4th rolls around, and welcome back to your coverage here on RioSportsLive.com. I'm Joe Bowling with you in Rio Hondo, Texas. Cool Friday evening. I said I was going to put my jacket on. I haven't, but I will. Trying to hold off. That way it'll feel better when I put it on. Might as well do it now. First pitch coming, and away we go on the bottom of the 4th, and that's the ball. Abby Alvarado leading it off. Kelsey Pizarro on deck. April Adonis after that. Pop up, foul territory, and just out of reach. 1-1 the count on Alvarado. Alvarado in the game. Hit it over to first their first time up, 0 for 1 on the day. This is Pizarro. I just flat out missed Alvarado altogether, my friends. There's a little pop-up. And there's the out. 1 down. Next up, April Adonis. Adonis stands in. First one coming. In there, strike one.
Strike one for the first baseman, April Adonis.
Just joining us, Rio Hondo will be playing against Robstown in the first round of the playoffs. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes on Adonis. Thursday night, the Rio Hondo Lady Cats will be in Robstown. 7:30 game. Round 1 of the playoffs. I'll follow that up with a game here on Friday night, week from tonight. Ball high. If needed, they'll play on Saturday at 5 o'clock in Raymondville. That's outside. Back to the screen. Evens the count at 2-2. Nobody on. 1 out here in the 4th inning for the Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats. April Adonis at the plate. 5 seniors on this team. Here on senior night. Next one coming. That's a pop-up. That's in play. Ramirez makes the play for the second out. Brings in Orozco. Anthony Orozco. 0 for 1 on the day. A strikeout victim her first time up, back in the 4th. She'll bat here. Trying to get on base and bring up the top of the order for the Rio Hondo Lady Bobcats. Pitch coming. Orozco takes it high. Ball 1. One and 0 the count. In there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Next one coming. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Here in the 4th inning. Looking ahead, Port Isabel in the 5th will have the leadoff hitter up. 1, 2, and 3 in the lineup. Can Crystal Valdez get him there? Down just 3-1. Foul ball. Count remains 1-2 on Orozco. 4 strikeouts in the game by Valdez. She's had 1 in each inning. Minimum. Had 2 in the 3rd. None yet here in the 4th, so would like to get Orozco for a second time on strikes. Another foul ball. Orozco battling at the plate. Port Isabel, I said earlier, they're in the playoffs, and they've already got playoff sponsors lined up to cover this team. They're awaiting the result of Orange Grove Rockport tonight. Strike 3 called, ends the inning. Orozco caught looking. in the fourth for Rio Hondo. No runs, no hits, nobody left. 3 in a row up and down. 5 retired in a row by Valdez. We head to the fifth. Port Isabel trails Rio Hondo 3-1. RioSportsLive.com.
A&B's Cafe is just the right spot for your lunchtime or early morning cravings, as they have a terrific menu and environment that make you feel right at home. Be sure to check out the soups and sandwiches of the day. You have to try one of the specialty coffee or cappuccinos with an assortment of flavors that's sure to meet your heart's desire. J&B Cafe also offers small catering jobs and private parties. Open daily, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. in downtown Harlingen at 204 East Jackson Street. Call ahead at 956-425-5282 or stop by. It's J&B Cafe when shopping downtown Harlingen. A-Plus Uniforms has just what you need for a professional look with quality and a personal touch that will take care of what you need. A uniform is a tool of many professionals, and at A-Plus they have the variety of choices to set you in motion today. All at an affordable cost and a convenience of a local business. 109 North 3rd Street is A-Plus Uniforms when you shop downtown Harlingen. Downtown Harlingen has a wide assortment of shops that cater to a collector's dreams. Add Grasshopper for a must-see when you're strolling down Jackson Street. At 221 East Jackson, Grasshopper has a little bit of everything from vintage antiques to specialty collectibles. Displayed with the hands of experience in the business for years, take the time to enjoy what this store has to offer. Grasshopper, 221 East Jackson Street, as you shop downtown Harlingen. The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with the taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop downtown Harlingen today.
Shop downtown Harlingen, my friends, and tomorrow a big sidewalk sale going on Jackson Street. Want to invite you down to that, as there will be lots going on the sidewalk sale. Have those once every few months. Head to the fifth inning here. Port Isabel needs a couple of base runners. There's a pop-up. That's an easy play. New pitcher in the game is Dominic DeJesus, and Valdez is retired. One out here in the fifth. And here's Viviana Cantu. Additional sponsors for our broadcast include Cantu Automotive Repair, Towing and Recovery, 206 Jackson Street in Port Isabel, Texas, 943-1911. Also, city taxi cabs at 956-943-2222. Clean, prompt, and courteous. There's a ground ball. Nice play at short. Throw to first. Low, but up. 6-3 on the putout. Down at first base, Adonis made that look easy, and that's not an easy scoop at first base. 2 down here in the Port Isabel fifth. Brings in Allison Gonzalez. Also, Reliable Electric, one of our sponsors here for tonight's game. A little high, ball one. Allison Gonzalez reached base in the first when she was hit by a pitch. Grounded out to second in the third. Bats here in the fifth. DeJesus on the mound. Pulls a string on that one. Gonzalez way out in front. Count evens at 1-1. Gonzalez, number 3 hitter in the Lady Tarpon lineup. Next one coming. Foul ball back to the screen. Fans, we appreciate you watching our games here on RioSportsLive.com. Also want to remind you that tomorrow, relatively early, I'll be pulling this broadcast, courtesy to both coaches who are gracious enough to allow the stream, but then want it pulled because of scouting reasons. Both teams heading on to the playoffs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody on, 2 outs, 5th inning. Gonzalez at the plate, Murchison on deck, PI looking for a base runner. Next one. See you later, out on strikes. Gonzalez fouled it back. Catcher hangs on. Alvarado makes that play, and the inning comes to a quick end for DeJesus. Her first inning of relief made it look easy. No runs, no hits, nobody left. We've played 4.5. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Rio Hondo leads this one 3-1.
Flowers by Jessie on 208 East Jackson in Harlingen has fresh flowers daily and can range for you for any occasion. Recitals, quinceañeras, bridal showers, sympathy, and fresh flower arrangements. Let Flowers by Jessie handle those special needs or day. Call 956-425-2100. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 12. Brighten someone's day with Flowers by Jessie, downtown Harlingen, Texas.
Chewy's Custom Sports. For all your silk screening, embroidery, vinyl car wraps, magnetic signs, memory shirts, copies and faxes, and much more, call us or come visit San Benito's original t-shirt shop at 1975 West Business 77, San Benito.
Si te acabas de graduar de la preparatoria o buscas cambiar de carrera, Texas Southmost College es el lugar donde empezar. Con más de 50 certificados y títulos asociados que escoger, TSC tiene la carrera para ti. En TSC puedes conseguir una educación de calidad que está cerca a casa. Obtén un certificado o título asociado y consigue la educación que necesitas para el mercado laboral de hoy y mañana.
¿Te gustaría que requieren tus servicios?
Inscríbete ya. Texas Southmost College, en Brownsville.
Back here, and thanks again for joining us on RioSportsLive.com. We zip into the 5th inning, bottom side of the 5th. Rio Hondo will have the leadoff hitter, Ailey Garcia, leading it off. And ball 1 is how this one gets started. Garcia, Cruz, and Alvarado scheduled to hit. Pitch is low to Garcia. 2-0. Garcia has been on base once. She walked and scored a run in the 3rd. That's when Port Isabel gave up 2 runs. The 2 that are the difference in the game right now. It was a 1-1 game in that 3rd. When Abby Torres drove in a couple of runs with a hit. Garcia leading it off. The 2-1. Ball 3. 3-1. 9-0 the score. San Benito on top of Harlingen. Again, Harlingen is going to be, it appears, hoping that Westaco East falls tonight. 3-2 the count now as Garcia takes a strike. Valdez on the mound has went the distance so far for Port Isabel. The 3-2. Ground ball to short. Nice play there. Over to first in time. Tough hop that time, but handled by Viviana Cantu. Garcia retired, first out of the inning. That's not an easy play on that ball that takes that final big hop. On a short hop right as it gets to you. Cantu made that look pretty easy. Cruz steps in. Now, Bianca Cruz has been on once. She's 1 for 2 on the day with a single and a run scored. Takes a strike. 0-1 here in the fifth. Bottom of the fifth. Rio Hondo at the plate. 2-2 Gonzalez, a reliable electric company, helping us out with playoff sponsorship for the Port Isabel Lady Tarpons. 956-943-5757. Reliable electric company. 1-1 the count on Cruz. Steps out, gets back in. Next one coming. Strike called. 1-2. Five strikeouts in the game for Valdez on the mound. Ground ball back. Valdez backhands it, barehands it, safe at first. That's a hit for Cruz. Valdez did all she could on that one. Came off her glove, but right into her bare hand. Cruz speeding down the line on base with her second hit. Brings in Annie Alvarado. Now Alvarado is overdue here, my friends. 0 for 2 in the game. Couple of strikeouts. First one coming. Little pop to short. That's off of Cantu's glove. Runner down to second base. On at first is Alvarado. Give her an infield single. 2 on, 1 out. And that brings in Abby Torres. Torres on the day has been the hitting star for Rio Hondo so far in this one. Single in the second. 2 RBI single in the third. She's 2 for 2 in the game. Bats here in the fifth inning with 2 on, 1 out. First one coming. Foul ball out of play off the foul pole, and look out. How about that? Right back in the glove of Charisma Valdez. Did you get that? Talking to my wife there. Oh, and 1. Next one coming. Torres fouls this one out of play. Say this for Valdez. She's coming right after the cleanup hitter. For Rio Hondo here, despite the fact she's reached her on a couple of hits. 2-2 the count. Make that 0-2. Next one coming. Outside. Ball 1. 1-2. On Torres. Dominic DeJesus stands on deck. Rio Hondo trying to build on this 3-1 lead. Valdez trying to keep it close. The 1-2. Foul ball out of play. Count remains 1-2. Again, I can't say thanks enough to the Rio Hondo School District helping us get set up here for this broadcast. Going back to our first couple of games that we broadcast, period. That's a ball outside. Back in football season when Brownsville St. Joseph, Rio Hondo stepped up first. Harlingen then joined in. Across the board, more and more schools understood what we were doing. Backed us with support, leading up to where we're currently at. Here's the pitch. There's a foul ball on the third baseline. My wife, who's up above the fence, stepped down on that one. Count remains 2-2. 2 on, 1 out here in the fifth inning for the Rio Hondo Lady Cats. The 2-2. Another foul ball out of play. Torres battling away here in the 5th. For Rio Hondo's Lady Bobcats. Other softball action will decide some playoff spots, but in other cases, playoff spots and times and locations have been set. Next pitch coming in the dirt. Runners move up. Count goes full now on Abby Torres. 3-2. Valdez trying to get her for the first time. Ground ball off the shortstop. One run scores on the play, making it a 4-1 game. For Torres, that's her 3rd RBI of the game, her 3rd hit. Brings in Dominic DeJesus. DeJesus now the pitcher. She started at second base today. Now pitching at the plate, reached on a fielder's choice and scored the game's first run. That was back in the 2nd inning. Strikeout victim in the 3rd. Takes ball 1. Next one coming. Outside. Ball 2. Two on here for Rio Hondo. Still only one out here in the 5th inning. Top of the order has been all over the base paths here for the Lady Bobcats. There's a foul ball. Count goes to 2-1. Look down the line. Garcia's been on once, Cruz twice, Alvarado once, Torres 3 times. DeJesus once, puts one down to second base, and everybody's safe. Ball gets away, past first base, run scores. Other runners move up to second and third. Makes it a 5-1 game. It's a hit, not an RBI for DeJesus. The error allowed the run to score. Runners to move up to second and third. Alvarado at the plate. Hits it hard and caught at first base. Second out of the inning. Three times Alvarado's been retired. And here's Kelsey Pizarro. Pizarro's been on once today. Reached on an error back in the second inning. 5-1 game. Strike called to Kelsey Pizarro. Senior night here at Rio Hondo. Final regular season game of the year for Rio Hondo and Port Isabel. But there's more softball for both of these teams. Foul ball. For Port Isabel, they're watching the Orange Grove and Rockport game. The loser of that will take on the Lady Tarpons. If that happens to be Orange Grove, they've already flipped on that, and they'll be playing a one-game to decide it all on Friday at 7 o'clock at Texas A&M University, Kingsville. If Rockport falls tonight, and again it's the loser of tonight's game, will take on the Lady Tarpons. Then they'll flip there. A little high on that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good crowd on hand. We were handing out some business cards earlier today, passing the word around to other fans out there that may not have been aware that this was the game featured on our Friday night. There's a swing and a miss. That inning comes to an end. For the Lady Cats of Rio Hondo, 2 runs. They do so on 4 hits. We've played 5 as we head to the 6th. Port Isabel now trails 5-1. This is RealSportsLive.com.
Flowers by Jessie on 208 East Jackson in Harlingen has fresh flowers daily and can range for you for any occasion. Recitals, quinceañeras, bridal showers, sympathy, and fresh flower arrangements. Let Flowers by Jessie handle those special needs or day. Call 956-425-2100. Open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, and Saturdays, 9 to 12. Brighten someone's day with Flowers by Jessie, downtown Harlingen, Texas.
The Harlingen Downtown District has a bit of everything, my friends, and here's an invitation for you to visit and experience a friendly environment with the taste of local business and a variety of shopping, dining, and entertainment throughout the year. Vintage shops loaded with collectibles from the past, dining that caters to all, boutiques, quilting, salons, live entertainment, and don't forget about market days on the first Saturday of each month on Jackson Street and Art Night the last Friday of the month. It's the Harlingen Downtown District, and the invitation is for you. Shop downtown Harlingen today.
Worried about going to the dentist? Don't worry. It doesn't have to be that way. We know just how you feel. Sure, it can feel a little scary. Still no? Before you have time to worry, we'll get you taken care of fast and easy. Now you can get back to your day with a healthy smile. Our friendly and knowledgeable staff are here for you. You can make an appointment online Monday through Friday and open late Tuesday and Thursday till 8 p.m. From chipped or missing teeth to discoloration, we offer the latest techniques to correct all your cosmetic problems. We've been treating our patients like family for over 30 years.
Leadoff hitter hits one into right field for the Lady Tarpons. That's Gabby Murchison. Misplayed in right field, and she's down to second base. And that's how the 6th inning gets started for Port Isabel. Murchison on base for the second time, and it brings in Crystal Valdez. The Lady Tarpons have a leadoff hitter on board for the 3rd time in the game. In the first, it was the bases loaded, nobody out, couldn't score. In the second, leadoff single, wasted. Here's a pop-up out behind the mound. That's a tough play. Everybody's safe. DeJesus had no chance on that as that ball was just out of her reach, and then it had some backspin on it that brought it back towards the plate. So a hit by Valdez. Here in the 6th inning, 2 aboard. San Benito wins their game 11-0 over Harlingen. That's a final. So now the Harlingen Lady Cardinals are sitting back saying, go Hannah. There's a ball. Reason being, Hannah leads Weslaco East 3-0 last we checked. If that sticks and Hannah gets the win, and that drops Weslaco East. That one gets away, and everybody moves up a base for the Lady Tarpons. 2nd and 3rd now, nobody out. Going back to that Harlingen scenario, Weslaco East, if they win, they're in the playoffs, my friends. It's that easy, but they're trailing, we last heard, 3-0 to Hannah. If East falls, then Harlingen, even though they lost tonight, these teams have lost, and Los Fresno's Lady Falcons are in the playoffs. So it's a mess for that 4th spot for District 32 6A. Swing and a miss is a strikeout. 1 down. Lady Tarpons had base runners in the 1st inning. That was against starting pitcher Kelsey Pizarro. Here, against Dominique DeJesus. First 2 on. They're on 2nd and 3rd. It was no outs, now 1 out. And here's Rodriguez. Takes a ball. 1-0. Ramirez is 1 for 2 on the day. Takes it outside. 2-0 on Ramirez. She's the number 7 hitter in the lineup for Port Isabel's Lady Tarpons. Waits for the 2-0. Hard hit ball into left field, and it's all caught. Runner tags at third. Throw cut off. Run scores, making it 5-2. Nice catch by Abby Torres out in left field. Ramirez retired. Gets the RBI, makes it a 5-2 game. And that brings in Olivia Solis. Olivia Solis on the day is struck out twice. That was against Kelsey Pizarro. First time around against Dominique De Jesus, who came in relief back in the 5th. First one coming. That's a shot up the middle. That's a hit. Into left center field. Run comes around to score. Solis down to second base. Stops there with the RBI. Now she comes as the ball gets through. Ends up at third. Makes it a 5-3 game. And the bottom of this Lady Tarpon batting order suddenly having some way here in the 6th inning. Now the umpires are going to converse. Meanwhile, Rio Hondo. This inning comes to an end. Solis interfered on that. The run will score. The inning comes to an end. 5-3. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Rio Hondo and Port Isabel on RioSportsLive.com.
Si te acabas de graduar de la preparatoria o buscas cambiar de carrera, Texas Southmost College es el lugar donde empezar. Con más de 50 certificados y títulos asociados que escoger, TSE tiene la carrera para ti. En TSE puedes conseguir una educación de calidad que está cerca a casa. Obtén un certificado o título asociado y consigue la educación que necesitas para el mercado laboral de hoy y mañana.
¿Te gustaría que requieren tus servicios?
Inscríbete ya. Texas Southmost College, en Brownsville.
Hey, everybody. ¿Qué hacen aquí?
This is an intervention.
What?
Sí, mijo. It's the yoga pants.
You all are just jealous because I'm flexible like Captain Prontissimo.
Is that your wallet?
Yeah, it's full of the money I save with Pronto Insurance.
And your keys.
With Pronto's multi-account discount, I can insure all the cars in the family.
Why can't you just wear regular pants with pockets like everybody else?
I can do this in jeans.
Aika.
Pronto Insurance. Call for a free quote today.
At the age of 22, I decided that I wanted to join the military. Once that was finished, I wanted to go and, exercise my mind and get an education.
I wanted to do something positive for my children, to provide for them financially, and I wanted to give back to the community.
My parents were here going to school back when I was a kid, so honestly, it was just a natural choice.
I don't have to leave to a bigger university. I can do it here in my hometown at my community college.
Back here, Port Isabel of Rio Hondo. We believe it's 5-3. I'm convinced of that. So is the PA announcer, but the scoreboard operator just cleared the whole mechanism out there. Zeros across the board on the scoreboard. Now they're trying to rebuild that. Meanwhile, we just found out Wesco East wins on a walk-off home run, or a walk-off hit, and wins by defeating Brownsville Hannah, and that means District 32-6A is now set as Wesco East captures that 4th spot. in the playoffs. They'll take on the Edinburgh Lady Bobcats. Again, watch our website. We'll try to have all the playoff matchings for you. New pitcher on the mound for the Lady Tarpons of Port Isabel. As Allison Gonzalez takes over. Bottom of the 6th inning. April Adonis at the plate. Pops it up on the infield. Should be an out. It is. One down here in the 6th. Allison Gonzalez started in left field for the Lady Tarpons. Takes over for Crystal Valdez, who gave up the 5 runs. Struck out 5. Make it 6. She had 6 strikeouts in the game. Gonzalez now spins it home. Just inside for ball 1. To Anthony Orozco. Orozco 0 for 2 on the day, but that was against Valdez. This is against Allison Gonzalez. Next one home. Foul ball out of play. Evens the count at 1-1. One down here in this bottom of the 6th inning for Rio Hondo. Lady Tarpons down to their final 3 outs, but they're within striking distance if Gonzalez can keep it right here. There's a ground ball to second. Quick throw to first. Out there. Nice job at first base for the Lady Tarpons. 4-3, and Orozco made that close. Tanya Ramirez for the Lady Tarpons with a sparkling play. And here's Nayeli Garcia. Nayeli Garcia looking for her first hit of the game. She's been on once, walked and scored a run. That was back in the 3rd inning. First time she'll face Gonzalez, and she takes the ball. When she's ready, 1-0. Next one coming. Misses ball 2. 2-0. Playoffs next week, my friends. On the softball side. That one's low for ball 3. Meaning that I believe Tuesday we'll be searching high and low for a meaningful baseball game to cover for you. Unless there's a play-in game, and right now I don't think there will be. Here's a 3-0. Strike called. Good fastball by Gonzalez to Garcia. Garcia, the leadoff hitter for Rio Hondo. Looking ahead to the 7th after this pitch. Ball 4 low. Garcia walks. Looking ahead to the 7th for Port Isabel. It'll be the number 9 hitter and then the top of the order up. Bianca Cruz stands in. Cruz has a couple of hits, also scored a couple of runs. That was against Valdez. She'll face Gonzalez for a first time, and the first one is headed home. Ball low. 1-0. Now time as a courtesy runner will check in to the game for Rio Hondo. And Emily Duncan will check in. She'll run the bases. Meanwhile, Cruz at the plate. This is the part of the lineup that has been a thorn in the Lady Tarpon's side. That one sails back to the screen. Down to second base goes Duncan. Meanwhile, the count goes 2-0 to Bianca Cruz for the Lady Bobcats here of Rio Hondo. Cruz 2 hits. Torres 3 hits. Between them, Alvarado, who stands on deck, also has a hit. Next pitch coming. Swing and a miss. Gonzalez coming right after Cruz. Gonzalez, a solid pitcher for this Lady Tarpon team and part of the future. Here's the 2-1. Swinging a ground ball to second. Could end the inning. Throw to first in time. Gonzalez gets the job done for the Lady Tarpons. Keeps them within striking distance here in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left. We've played 6. Rio Hondo leads this one 5-3. Maybe a new pitcher coming into the game. Back after this on RioSportsLive.com.
Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles is your source for vintage, antique, collectibles, vinyl records, and more. Located at 206 East Jackson in historic downtown Harlingen, it's Forever Memories, Antiques, and Collectibles. It's a step back in time with a soundtrack like none other. Open Monday through Saturday, filled with memories and more. Forever Memories is for you.
Never pay for the showroom. At Mi Casa Furniture, you can buy any of this furniture for 50% off retail. Think about it. 50% off retail at Mi Casa Furniture, 7533 Boca Chica, where you always buy for less.
At Illuminations, we're a one-stop shop. We have all the lighting you need for your new home, outdoor lighting, ceiling fans, chandeliers. So when you're building your new home, we work well with your builder. We'll get your floor plans, or we'll walk the house if we need to, make sure all the light fixtures that you get are gonna work and are gonna look good together. Illuminations is a family-owned business. We've been in business for 17 years now. My parents actually were in the construction industry prior to opening the store, and it was during this time that they noticed a need for a store like ours, one that would provide the customer service that contractors and new homeowners are looking for, and eliminate the headaches that you might get when you're shopping at a big box store and you don't get that one-on-one customer service. The Brownsville area is really growing. There's a lot of movement, there's a lot of construction, there's a lot of excitement. So we're glad that we finally have a store here that customers can come look at our products here locally. I invite you to come discover Brownsville.
Seventh inning rolls around here in Rio Hondo. Port Isabel Lady Tarpons down a couple of runs as Mariska Martinez leads it off, and away we go. Back on the mound is Pizarro, and strike 1. Pizarro was relieved for a couple of innings by Dominique DeJesus, but now Pizarro back on the mound trying to close the deal. Strike 2 called. Martinez struck out twice, both times against Pizarro. That one misses. 1-2 the count. One ball, 2 strikes. Next one coming. See you later. Martinez down on strikes. First out of the 7th, and here comes Charisma Valdez. Lady Tarpons have scored to 3 runs on 4 hits. Rio Hondo has 10 hits in the game. Pitch to Valdez. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Pizarro wasting no time, coming right after these hitters here in the 7th inning. Valdez looking for her first hit of the game. Misses that one on a high delivery. 0-2. Pizarro, who kind of set the tone in this one by striking out the side in the first inning after the first 3 had reached. Next one. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches. Valdez is gone on strikes. Brings in Viana Cantu. Lady Tarpons again will have to wait for the game between Orange Grove and Rockport to finish up tonight. The loser of that will take on the Lady Tarpons. Next pitch to Cantu. That's high for a ball. 1-0. Lady Tarpons need a base runner to bring up the tying run. Cantu's been on once. Reached on a fielder's choice in the first. The 1-0 is low for ball 2. No broadcast tomorrow. We were going to do the Jamboree at the IWFA. But weather playing a factor yet again. Ball 3. 3 in a row. Misses to Cantu. On deck is Allison Gonzalez, and that would be the number 3 hitter in the lineup for the Lady Tarpons. Pizarro, we'll see if she can buckle down or give in to Cantu. Here's the 3-0. Strike called. Cantu taking all the way. 3-1. Next one coming, the 3-1. Pop foul out of play. We go full. And now Kelsey Pizarro a strike away from wrapping this one up. Her team 5 times in a row district champions. This year ran the table in this district. This would cap off an undefeated district season yet again for this ball club. Ball 4 just outside. Cantu draws the walk. Brings in Gonzalez, and she represents the tying run. Gonzalez on the day reached in the first inning when she was hit. And then has gone 0 for 2. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Gonzalez was hit in the first inning. Grounded out to second base. That was against Pizarro. Takes that one away for a ball. 1-1. Snap throw to first. Better be careful down there if you're Viviana Cantu. Gonzalez struck out in the 5th, but that was against Dominique De Jesus. She's facing Pizarro again. 1-1. There's a high fly ball. Deep center field, but playable. And this one's in the books. Rio Hondo runs the table in district play for the 2018 season. They win this one by the score of 5-3. Their hitting star for the Lady Bobcats is Abby Torres, who goes 3 for 3 on the day with 3 RBIs, 3 singles. Lady Tarpons of Port Isabel battled back. Made it close, 5-3 your final score. Again, Rio Hondo will be in the playoffs. They play on Thursday at Robstown at 7:30. Back here a week from tonight at 7:30 against Robstown. And then if they have to go game 3, that's in Raymondville at 5 o'clock. Port Isabel will take on either Orange Grove or Rockport. It's the loser of that game tonight between those two that'll decide it. If it's an Orange Grove, they know that'll be Friday in a 1-game at Texas A&M University of Kingsville. Watch our website. We'll have scores, and we'll also have schedules coming up for the playoffs. For my wife, Dahlia, for everybody back that helped get this one put together, especially my editors and the guys that are helping me sell this thing. I'm Joe Bowling, 5-3 your final. Till next time, so long.